guys, how's it going? Good afternoon. I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. Today is one of my my better days after recovering from this COVID. Today is actually it's my best day yet, and I'm actually feeling quite good. So I thought I'd take this opportunity. It's currently a Sunday, and I thought I'd take this opportunity, you know, to show you guys the reason why I actually moved to Brazil in the first place. You know, what actually made me want to stay here indefinitely. And of course, I'll give you a hint. Of course, it has to do with surfing, with kite surfing. That is my passion. And the city of Paracuru, where I actually live, you know, is actually a mecca for kite surfing. Like here up in the northeast of Brazil, you have like the constant trade winds. It's, you know, especially from the months of May, June, all the way out to, you know, January, February. You got the trade winds from the southeast, and it's constantly blowing, you know, every single day. Some days there will be more wind than others. You know, usually the wind is quite strong. You know, usually when you walk on the beach here, anytime between September, October, November, if you have a stroll on the beach, you actually get sandblasted in your chest. You know, it can be quite uncomfortable. That's how strong the wind is here. Today, unfortunately, today is not one of those days. There's not a lot of wind going on as of today, but we do have the low tide in the middle of the day, and low tide, it just means it's flat water that you know, I don't have to, you don't need that much wind. And since I haven't been on the water now for almost a month, just because of, you know, I've been hospitalized, I've been sick, you know, with this COVID virus, I figured it might as well just be one of those days where there's not a lot of wind, where I can just take it easy and just, you know, cruise along, you know, during the low tide when there's flat water. I don't need to use that much force, you know. So what I thought I'd do today is just take you along for a ride and show you the local surf spot here. And this is also the reason why I actually, you know, moved to Brazil here, because it's probably one of the few places in the world, I think, where basically you got 9 months out of the year where you can basically just wake up every single day, go to the beach, and you can have like an hour or 2 hour session of kite surfing, which is awesome. You know, it becomes sort of like a lifestyle. And besides my business, my hotel, my posada, it really works out, you know, because, you know, early morning we'll serve the breakfast for our clients, we'll serve the breakfast, and then we'll do the checkout of the clients. And of course I have my entire staff as well that you know, can manage everything basically by themselves, you know, but I'm always there to make sure everything runs smoothly, and if there's any issues. And you know, around lunchtime, or depending on, you know, when I have the time, I'll go out to the local surf spot here and have a 2-3 hour session, you know, and you know, that's also with a gathering point, you know, there's a lot of foreigners here in this city, owners of hotels, restaurant, bars, you name it, you know. So there's a lot of foreigners here. A lot of them are, of course, good friends of mine, and the majority of them, you know, they work with or they are surfers themselves, you know. So it's become like a really nice community where everybody gets together, everybody knows everybody. And so beside the actual kite surfing, beside the sport itself, it's also a nice gathering spot, you know. Everybody gathers over at this local surfing spot, and just make a day out of it, you know. it's pretty cool actually. And so right now this local surfing spot, it's actually located around like I'd say maybe 8-minute drive outside of the city. It's quite far, you know. It's a little bit too far to walk, so you do need a car just to get over there. But the first order of the day, I just need to put some gas in my car, and then we'll head out. I'll show you guys the famous kite surfing spot of Paracuru. Olha, você tem ato não?
Tem.
Tem? Coloca R$100, por favor.
Okay.
I guess I showed you guys in another video. I can't remember which video it was that I think it was about healthcare in Brazil, but anyways, you know, the gas stations here are kind of like from the 60s, you know. You don't need to get out of your car. You just roll down the window, say how much you want to fill up, and they fill it up, and you just pay, you know. You don't even need to get out of the car. There we go, we got gas, so well, let's head in. So my previous upload, I showed you guys a little bit, you know. I had a small stroll around, you know, the town of Paracuru, and in that video you could see that the city was quite deserted because we got this, you know, siesta going on in the middle of the day, where basically everybody just closes all of their shops, you know, around noon, and they stay closed for around 2-3 hours before they actually open again, and then, you know, they'll close again at around 6-7 p.m. you know, in the evening. And apart from that, apart from the siesta, I think Brazil is one of those countries who has the most public holidays, you know. It's one of those countries who has the most public holidays in the world as well, and they have like a public holiday for everything. I mean, there's always a holiday. There's always, you know, some day where everything is closed, and it's really hard to keep track of every single day, you know. And it's frustrating because you know, all the shops are closed, all the, you know, sometimes the banks are closed. If you want to make a bank transfer here in Brazil, you know, the money will, you know, if I want to make a bank transfer, you know, on a Friday after 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you know, the guy who I'm making the transfer to, you know, he's not going to receive his money until Monday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning or something like that. You know, it's really strange. And the same is for holidays, and, you know, just for, you know, and I'm talking about, you know, the holidays. Okay, that is for mostly the entire country, you know, but especially here in these small towns, you know, apart from the siestas that they have where they close everything in the middle of the day, you also have the holidays. And it's so frustrating just to do any sort of planning, and that is like, I think that is one of the biggest difficulties I have here, you know, culture-wise, is just to plan ahead. You know, things just close and things don't work, and you know, it's just, sometimes it's just a hassle. And that is one of the I guess that is just one of the you know, the challenges or the struggles of living in a small town. But I mean, you take all that away, and you know, I've lived in the big city of Fortaleza. I lived there actually for 3 years before I moved out here, and I didn't really like it, you know. I mean, Fort Les is a great city. They got everything, you know, for going out at night, awesome restaurants and everything, and of course anything you need, it's basically open every single day. You have one of these big supermarkets, Pão de Açúcar, which is open 24 hours a day, you know. If you need some grocery shopping's 2 o'clock at night, you know, it's open. It's super convenient, but you know, the problem is in the big cities is it's just, you know, there's always traffic, there's always chaos, there's always, you know, the air quality is crap, you know, there's always a lot of noise. It's a noisy place, and it's just, I just grew tired of it, you know. I love these small towns here, and of course the coolest thing for me is of course the community here in the small town, where everybody, virtually everybody knows everybody. It can be complicated, like as a single guy I don't want to mess around with any of the local girls here, because you know, you do anything here in this town, everybody knows about it, you know. I'm pretty sure you have that in the US as well, in the small towns, you know. It's like they call it fofoca here, you know. It's basically just gossip. Brazilians, they love to gossip, and it's quite it's so strange, because you know, this gossip, it can just get so out of hand because they don't check the facts, you know. They just Brazilians, they love a good story, you know. If it's true or if it's just a plain out lie, it doesn't matter. As long as it's a good story, they'll happily tell it, you know. So if you do anything here, you know, and people see you, and you know, it's worth to gossip about, they will gossip about it. So it's like for me as a single guy now that I got divorced last year, you know, I don't want to mess around with any of the local girls here or anything like that, because it can get out of hand pretty quickly, and all the good girls are taken anyways here in a small town. So but yeah, no, but that's just like one of the you know, the challenges of living in a small town, you know. It's just how it is. Here we are, guys. This is the local surfing spot here in Peru. It's currently the only one that, you know, that has like the bahaka, like the restaurant and other facilities. Of course, if you do have a 4x4, especially in the high season, it's very popular just to head out on the beach with your 4x4. And because it can get really crowded here, you know, in the high season, especially before the pandemic, you can find them anywhere from, you know, up to 100 to 200, you know, kite surfers on the water at any one time, and there's really not a lot of space, you know. It gets seriously crowded. So so basically, if you do have a 4x4, you know, you can head out on the beach, and you can just find, you know, a spot for yourself, you know, a secluded spot for yourself where, you know, you're away from everybody else. But of course you do need a 4x4, and you need to head out that way. So so that's it. I'm just gonna get my gear here, and we'll have a look at the spot. All right, guys. Well, guys, this is the local kitesurfing spot, as you can see, and actually the conditions look a lot better than I initially thought. So you can see it's low tide, the water is flat, and this should be a lot of fun. So all of these guys here, they're having there's like a kite school here. The instructor is this guy on the beach here, and tranquilo, Manuel? Tudo bom? Yeah, so we just passed Manuel. He's one of the instructors here at this local spot, and this is not busy at all. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of kite surfers here, but this is like nothing. This is empty. And keep in mind it's a Sunday as well, you know, and you know, usually before the pandemic we'll have like 100 up to 200 kite surfers on the water here. You can imagine how crowded it is. You can see all of these 4x4s, yeah, that go up the beach here. That is the advantage if you do have a 4x4 or one of these white beach buggies here. You know, you can drive up the beach, and you can just find like a small secluded spot just for yourself. Of course, leaving this you know, this kite spot, you know, the restaurant where we parked our car. As soon as we leave that, then, you know, up the beach here, there's nothing for the next 15-20 minutes down the beach. I mean, it's all nothing. So, you know, when you go up there, just grab like a cooler, you know, fill it up with water, everything that you need, and then just head up, and you can find a spot all for yourself. And yeah, it's a cool place, you know, because down the beach here you got like hundreds of spots just like this one. But of course, the majority, they like to stay close where they can, you know, come in and have a cold beer and have a shower afterwards, obviously. But if you do have a 4x4, especially in the high season, it really helps out, and you have a lot of options just to make a great day. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go and gear up and head out on the water. I mean, it's been over a month since I've actually been on the water, and I'm hoping that the conditions are good and I'm gonna have some fun. So I'll see you on the water. So what can I say, guys? I mean, there ain't a lot of wind. It's actually really weak. But I mean, the tide is low, and like I said, you know, there's no waves, so you're kind of just like cruising about. It's all right. Love some more wind though. I think it's fine. I'm starting to get out of breath as well, and this is totally against my doctor's orders. I'm really supposed to be resting. Head back in. I'm getting really short of breath here. This is my paradise, guys. This is why I came to Brazil. This is my sanctuary. This is my playground. I mean, can you ask for anything more than this? Except a little bit more wind, but I mean, come on. My local kite spot. That is where I usually spend a couple hours, mostly every day, especially when it's, you know, when there's good conditions. As you can see, today is there wasn't that much wind, you know, but it's fine. It was all right to spend around, I had around 30 minutes on the water, and I think this goes against my doctor's orders, which is just to take it easy, and I could already feel I am already so much out of breath, and I think 30 minutes was enough for today, at least for my first session after getting out of the hospital. I don't think it's bad for me. I think it's actually, it must be good for, you know, for my lungs to breathe a little bit, to get my lungs going again. But obviously I don't want to exaggerate. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was my little piece of paradise here in the town of Paracuru. And yeah, this is the reason why I came down here. This is like the #1 reason, just to have this sort of lifestyle. You know, the business and my hotel, that wasn't planned. That was actually something that just came gradually, you know, an idea into my head that, you know, I had some money to invest, and that's what I did. You know, I started this business here. But that wasn't the main reason why I came to Brazil. You know, it's just because of this lifestyle that I can surf every single day, you know, and it's a small town. Like, I met a lot of my friends, you know, and I meet them every day. There's this, like, a small community here. You know, what more can you ask for? It's a great lifestyle. So once again, thanks for joining me, guys, on yet another small vlog here in the Brazilian Expat. And if you do like my videos, this one is much appreciated, guys. And also, if you want to subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome. And hopefully I'll see you all again very, very soon. Until then, guys, stay safe, wear your mask, guys. The pandemic ain't over yet. Trust me, I know. Okay, take care, guys. Until the next time. Ciao, ciao.